Yeah, we recorded.
Okay, good. Yeah, we'll have to. Are we just putting this one up as a recorded one at this point, or
Nah,
do we
take us
start
live.
from we start live from here? Okay.
Yeah. I'm positive I hit the go live button. I don't know
Hey
what
man,
happened there.
we're all having computer troubles.
Full episode will be out, folks. Don't worry, we haven't talked about any shows yet, obviously. So what's happening right now is that you screen recorded a an ad you got on your phone, and it's
Yes,
yeah.
this is an ad I got on my phone from
On Twitter.
And
Okay.
I was waiting for it to end. I was like, how long will this go without stopping? And it turns out about 6 fucking full minutes.
That's a
So here
long
we go.
time.
Jennifer, are you sucking his cock, KK? Quinn felt numb when he saw his girlfriend sitting on her knees in front of Troy.
You were getting cuck porn ads?
I have no idea.
Yeah, sure.
No, but the thing is it's not even. That's not even what the. This is ostensibly an ad
this is
for a
this
story.
Is
This is like
setup?
an yes. Okay,
The
give
handsome 7-foot-tall superhero with his
Oh
pants
god,
around his
there's
ankles.
so many almost naked people.
Quinn had just flung open her dorm room door, hoping to surprise her, only to see her half naked with another boy. Quinn, you're early! Jennifer cried as she wiped saliva from her red
The
lips
AI voice
and
do
levitated
girl
to the
voice.
ground. She waved her hand, and her robe magically covered her buxom chest.
Yeah, you want to download it?
Yeah,
No? Okay, keep
I finished
watching.
work early. Quinn
Just
said,
keep going.
still in shock, wearing the brown uniform from his delivery job. I wanted to surprise you with something, but instead you gave me a shock, Jennifer. He surreptitiously shoved a velvet jewelry box into his pocket. What is it? Let me see, Jennifer said excitedly,
Oh, now she's
grabbing
excited.
for it with no shame on her face. Quinn stepped backward, blocking her. You gotta be kidding. You think you get a gift after cheating with this asshole? At that, Troy levitated toward Quinn with his engaged manhood
Levitated?
flapping in the breeze, shiny with saliva. Watch who you're calling an asshole, you powerless loser. Quinn flushed red with anger. I may not be a superhero, but at least I know how to cover myself.
My vampire
Quinn clenched
system.
his fists, ready to fight, but Troy wagged his finger at him. Come on, Quinn. Don't embarrass yourself. You know I could destroy you with a flick of my pinky. It was true. Troy was a level 4 superhero, while Quinn was a 0. The lowest of the
There's literally I think there's a show in here where a guy's a level 4 superhero.
low.
Yeah, it just
That was all
keeps
about to change, but none of them knew it yet.
Dude, just
shook
go
his
forward
head.
a little bit.
I mean, like this is also like we're only a minute and a half in, but I feel like this is taking forever. Like this conflict is so drawn out already. Like just something should happen.
Do
They're
with
still
you.
just confronting
Don't
each other.
bother me again. At that, she raised her hands at Quinn and tossed him out of the doorway with a telekinetic shove. The door slammed with a bang. 100 hours. Quinn stared at the message. What the hell? Is this even real? Maybe it's a scam, he thought. Spoke from the tablet. Confirmed Quinn Talon, 17 years old, student at Powered High School.
Powered
Parents
High
deceased.
School.
Killed during second wave of alien invasion. Quinn rolled his
Basically,
eyes. No way. Is the mysterious thing I'm going to receive. Again, the soldiers were silent.
So basically,
tell
it gets
me
taken
anything?
by U.S. military people who are going to take him to fight aliens now.
Oh, that's
after
good stuff.
his girlfriend was getting fucked by a 7-foot-tall superhero. Yes, that's a great photo right there. Oh boy, yeah, I just thought that was funny.
That's insane.
Why does it go on forever? Don't you want me to go and download it? Don't you want me to go and buy that book rather than
Because
me
they
just
gave
experiencing it for
like
free?
500 million Indian people internet like 6 or 7 years ago. That's
Worth every penny, baby.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Good
Well,
lord.
why does Twitter even accept ads that are over 30 seconds or 50 seconds? Why would they do this? Like what?
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter how long it is as long as you can skip it. Like I think I've seen like YouTube ads that are like an hour long because there's no limit. It just puts a limit on like when the user can skip. I don't know.
I wish I could know exactly how long that will go for if you just sit there watching it. I've got to be the person that's made it the farthest in out of any human on the planet.
Yeah, I bet they just kept generating. I bet it goes on for like ever.
That'd be pretty awesome. I would love to know, when does it start to get good is the question. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you have to get through the first 13 hours. But once you get through there, the AI starts to lock in and then the drama is really intense from there on out.
It's like Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah, exactly. You have to get out of the opening section.
What else did people miss? We were talking about going to bars on election night and consoling women to pick them up.
Yep.
And we were talking about
That would have been a good thing to do after 9/11. If you were like at a bar after 9/11, it'd be like, I know, I can't believe 2 of them. 1 of them, I get.
I'm getting deployed next week. You're totally not getting deployed. You're just like, yeah, I decided I can't let.
I just got here. I got back from signing up. I just signed up. I just
signed up to be a Navy SEAL sniper. So yeah, basically, I'm gonna be on SEAL Team 7.
I just got my first Medal of Honor. Yeah. I'm gonna pretty soon have a Purple Heart as well.
Yeah, I basically just started saving people the other day just because I couldn't stand it anymore. These fucking terrorists.
I'm gonna have a Purple Heart because it'll be bruised if you don't come back to my place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to work on it. We'll have to have a bunch of lines. We'll have to have a bunch of like...
We should have some tasty, some planned back and forth, some catchphrases.
How much? How much?
You're not supposed to ask them that. That's considered rude.
Is it? Oh.
I think it's I think it's frowned upon to walk up to a lady and ask how much.
That's one of the things that this is probably the fastest you can get yourself into a really bad situation. As far as like, shy of using like a racial slur, that's about as fast as you can get yourself into a bad spot as a dude in a bar.
That's pretty bad. Yeah.
Or it's even better if you go up to a guy who's with a girl there and you go up to him and point to her and ask how much. That's really a speed.
Or maybe he'll be flattered. He'll be like, "Oh, he thinks you're a prostitute, honey. See, I told you still look good."
Yeah, still got it. You could be one of those OnlyFans models. Maybe they're open. Maybe they're down.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, "Well, I was gonna fuck you anyway." That's just the crazy topsy-turvy world we're living in now, where apparently everybody just wants to watch their wife get fucked. So
yeah, I mean, who's going to bars anyway? It's got to be all poly people.
Yeah,
be a bunch of poly
E&M, please. Yeah, ethical non-monogamy.
Yeah.
Which
I want to be non-ethical non-monogamy. Can we, where's
I'm a serial cheater.
Can we have some fun with it, please?
Yeah, we should scroll through like one of those fetish dating apps until we find a girl that wants to come over and have both of us fuck her. That's we just sit there for 12 hours just mashing
like a non-paid one, like an actual just like a chick who's just yeah, sure,
I'm bored.
So what's you like 2 dudes? Okay.
Yeah.
I was in a 2 dudes kind of mood on this Monday evening. What is it? Yeah, election night tomorrow, Monday. Yeah, I'm thinking 2 dudes. 2 dudes in the middle of nowhere in a house. Yeah.
Yeah, a house on a small piece of land in the woods.
Like, I don't want all my holes filled, just 2 of them. But I do want to drive to a random house with 2 guys I don't know.
We could call Steven. It's like where she's like 2 dudes ... 3 ? And then we could. That's when we get Steven. It's like, yes, your wish is our command. Mm-hmm. That would not be fun.
No, I don't want to do that. No.
God. Yeah.
No. If we were that kind of friend, we would have just done that. It's not a good time to start. Yeah, it's not time. It's not time to try that out.
You really can't go back.
No.
I think at that point it's like you're just really.
I'm cool with how things are. Yeah.
Hey, man, that was fun last night. Yeah, sure, man. I'll see you at Christmas, so that we just don't ever see each other again.
I can't get the animalistic look I saw in his eyes out of my head.
I move back at some point, and then we're at the grocery store at the same time, and I look up and you're there with your wife.
We both grab the same onion. We both touch hands.
You've got a wife and a newborn in the cart, and I'm just like alone, and I'm like, oh, hey. And he's like, you're like, do I know you? And then I don't say anything, and then you just look at me like a weirdo and walk back to your wife. And as you're walking away, she asks like, who is that guy? And you're like, I have no idea. And then I'm left alone holding that onion by myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's so sad.
Let's see what else I got going on. My Windows install is failing. Great.
Right now?
Good stuff. Yep. So I bought a new NVMe drive to install into my computer, and I'm like, this will be really easy. I'll drop it in my NVMe enclosure. I'll clone my operating system onto the new one and just slot that bad boy right on in.
Was the old drive an NVMe SSD?
It was.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
And it seems like my current NVMe that is 5 years old is starting to fail, or it won't. There are like sectors on it that are corrupt, so it can't copy. I can use Windows on my current drive just fine, but I can't copy it onto a new drive and use the new drive. So I am in a position where I have two NVMEs plugged into my computer right now. One of them is my old 500 gigabyte one, which has everything on it, and then my new one, which is 2 terabytes and has a clean Windows install that I'm slowly going to start transferring everything over the span of like a week.
Yeah.
I think. So that sucked. That realization that it was not going to be as easy as I thought, and not being able to spending like 6 hours at my computer trying every conceivable version of this that didn't result in me just having to do a new Windows install, which is the worst ever. I hate doing that. It's miserable. Especially when like so much of my work stuff is tied into programs that are installed on my old Windows, and like there are save files that are like, you know, referencing other things on my old computer. It's a mess. So that sucks. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go see Joker 2 tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna go today, and then I got home way later than I thought last night from work, and ended up I woke up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and my screening was at 1:20. So I canceled my ticket and then just ordered another one for tomorrow. So, yeah, that's all I got.
I'd like to see that, but I don't know. You go see that by yourself. I feel like there's gonna be like the movie theater equivalent of like the cop who's on a plane, you know, whatever they're called.
Yeah. I'm near Marshall.
It's gonna be a theater marshal in there with me for sure.
Well, the good news is that you can take a theater marshal. Also, based on the way things are looking, you're probably the only person in the theater, so they're probably mostly a threat to yourself at that point. I don't think they're too worried about what you're going to do to the other people.
Yeah, let me try to protect me to stop me from killing myself.
Because they should have had one of those while I was watching Megalopolis. I could have used one.
Here, drink more alcohol, please.
I was the first person to get cut off at a movie theater. I wonder how much I would have to order at the movie theater to get cut off.
You have to be belligerent, I think.
I'm a big guy. Oh shit! I've got to see if I can find this real quick. Hold on. I have a very funny. Fuck it. I'll just explain it. I saw they re-released the Talking Heads movie. Fucking what the hell's it called? Stop Making Sense, like the concert film.
Oh yeah.
And they were playing it in the like the best theater near me, the IMAX theater. That's like incredible, like one of the best IMAXs in the entire country. And I saw a post on the Austin subreddit from somebody who's, did you guys hear that lady screaming at the Stop Making Sense screening last night? And I was reading through this comment section, and before the movie started, the lady screams to the entire, this is a massive, classy theater in a museum. Like a really, like, you people get dressed up to go to this theater.
Oh yeah.
And this lady barely screamed. Just a heads up, I am going to sing. Yes, I am going to dance in the aisles. Just letting you know in advance. And then she proceeded to, once the movie started, get up and start dancing and singing along. And at one point, a person near her said, like, hey, and it's an older guy. He's like, hey, you need to stop doing that right now. And she went up to his face and screamed at him and said, it's like, you need to stop dating women that are so young. It's because there's a younger girl next to him. and she's like, he's literally my fucking dad. Oh my God, what I would have done to have been there.
That is so good. You know, in her defense, it does seem like it'd be a little weird to like just sit quietly in an audience watching a concert, You know, just like
It
sitting
is.
there.
It is talking heads. You know, it's like talking. They make dance music for people that don't want to dance. So like, it's really, yeah, no, it's really more about the sensory experience of listening to all of the world rhythms they incorporated into it, rather than like hard driving dance beats. You know, but I thought that was fucking hilarious.
That sounds great. I love
Yeah.
I love a good theater freak out.
The person that ended up having to bring her, because there's no precedent for this there. Like there's
No,
no
they've
this
never had
theater
to worry about that
no,
specifically.
so they don't have security. So they had to get, like, one of the people went out into the lobby because it's like these people have no, you know, people working there have no idea, and you can get all of these different accounts from people that are there. It's awesome.
Like a guy with a monocle who's like, she's doing what?
They literally had to get the bartender. The bartender had to
who's
go
the closest thing we have to a bouncer here?
Who is over 6 foot tall and a guy.
Yeah,
you know, and so they had to get the bartender to kick her out. But fuck me, that was a great read. Man.
I wonder if that's if that's a kind of drugs, or if that's just a crazy person, or what's going on. I don't know. That's so weird.
It's theater major. That's a theater major right there, I think.
That's great.
Yeah. That shit doesn't fly. That doesn't fly at the museum theater.
No, they keep a tight ship.
Anything else?
I wanted to ask if you had heard about about all of the Pokemon lore that got leaked.
I have been hearing about that directly from somebody who is aware, who is in the know on this stuff as it's happening. Yes, because one of the guys that I have a friend who has started working at Wizards of the Coast, who they work in the same area as Pokemon USA. So there's a lot of crossover there, and people, like, you know, employees. So they've been hearing about what's been going on from the inside. Yes. But anyway, yeah, go ahead. What you got?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It seems like for some reason, they just have all these like internal documents that are like, it's not just explaining like overall lore and rules. It's just like these really specific stories that, like, as far as I can tell, don't even really like get into any of the games or the, you know, anything. But there's a lot of now known canonical Pokemon human lovemaking that people are really having fun with.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot of like, it's sort of written like, it's like biblical writing almost. It's like myth, you know. It's like, and then fucking what's the octopus one? Whatever, you know.
Octolus,
I don't know.
But you know, that doesn't seem that out. I mean, really, that's not that outlandish. It's weird to write it, but I guess in the canon of the world, I suppose that's not that strange.
Yeah, there's multiple. There's a guy who like he takes the, or is it I think it's a guy. Yeah, he fucks the octopus, and then I think it's a Typhlosion fucks a girl and has a hybrid. Human Pokemon human hybrid.
Oh, I thought this was gonna be like the god of Pokemon impregnates a human or something. Not like this lady straight up this lady just takes the knot.
Yeah, non-consensually, I think.
Oh my, what the fuck?
Also, there's one of the, I don't even know, you know, it's been so long since I've been, you know, into any Pokemon, but one of the, like, they have like character sheets for all of the, you know, all the characters, and one of the gym leaders, like, you know, they all have all these like background, but one of them just says like sexy Latina pilot, and that's her entire that's her entire thing. It's just like 18 years old, sexy Latina, show more skin, like Jennifer Lopez, and says, and like, that's it.
That is so sick.
Yeah, pretty good.
I'm glad that they're still having fun with it.
Oh yeah,
you know, that's what I'm taking away from that. There is like, wow, they're still having a good time making Pokemon, I guess. If they're able to do stuff like that internally. I wish we could get the leaks for the first generation and know exactly what they were thinking with those gym leader girls. But wow, amazing. He's been sending me like just nonstop. For like literally nonstop for like 3 days, all of this stuff has been unfolding. So I have not parsed any of it yet.
Nice,
sweet.
But anyways, the main thing I wanted to talk about, obviously, is It's Vamptober, baby.
Oh yes, yes it is.
Vamptober. It's Steven and I have been doing our yearly ritual of watching vampire movies, which means we watched 2. And it was fun. Have you heard of the first one we watched? Is called Life Force.
No.
It's a 1985. It's a canon film.
Oh, nice.
It's a
seal of quality.
Oh yeah. Toby Hooper, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Poltergeist.
Two of the best horror movies ever made.
Sick. And it's written by Dan O'Bannon, who wrote
Alien,
like Dark Star, and Alien, and Total Recall. But the new thing I wanted to try out this year is that I'm not telling Steven anything about the movie. I'm just popping shit on.
Let's go.
And the opening of Life Force is like a schlock, like, you know, it's like dumb. It's based on a book called Vampires from Space, I think. You know,
Let's
and
go.
It's just like, you know, there's like good makeups and stuff. But it's deeply, deeply silly. And the opening of the movie is just this fucking like here, I'll just play it. It's in here. Oh yeah. It's just a pan over of this of just rocks. It's just flying over rocks. And you can barely even see anything.
I'm waiting for it to come up here so I can get a look.
Oh yeah, I can put it on the...
Yeah, please do.
It's like starts off with this really intense fucking music. Oh, and then watch the logo come up. Yeah, Shiro.
Let's fucking go. Rails back? His name is Rails
Steve
back?
Rails back. Yeah. But like a lot of this movie is like is just like a naked 19-year-old girl walking around, like being an alien and like killing people. What's his name? Next Generation cat guy. Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart's in here, and there's a scene where he like gets taken over by the alien, and like
the alien is taking over my body.
And he's like laying in like a medical chair, and the alien starts to come out, so he starts like violently convulsing, but his face is like completely like stone face, so he's just like shaking like crazy. He has no expression on his face. And then the guy has to like take 2 giant comically large syringes and put them both into Patrick Stewart's neck while he's shaking around. And there's like shit flying everywhere. It was very funny. Yeah.
Rocks.
Very, very fucking stupid movie. I think I heard about this. The only place I've ever heard this movie mentioned is Red Letter Media referenced it because they said that The Mummy 2017 ripped off Life Force, which maybe I guess I don't know.
That's funny. What's the other one you get?
The other one is a movie called The Hunger, 1983. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's the directorial debut of Tony Scott.
Oh wow, okay.
You know, Top Gun.
Rip and Piss. Yes.
Rip and Pit, Days of Thunder, Crimson Tide. Movies that are very different from this. This is like an art house movie that they somehow like. This is crazy. It's David Bowie. It's David Bowie and Susan Sarandon and this French lady.
This poster rocks.
Who was in Repulsion. It's got like this really, this French ass like actor lady, and this one I would recommend if you are in the mood for something that is extremely indulgent. Because it's like, it's Tony Scott, but I think Ridley was giving him some help I think he was doing some undercover brother directing, because it's like a gorgeous movie, but it is like so it's deservedly extremely into itself, but it's all like slow motion shots of people like through flowing transparent curtains with classical music. And
although it received a mixed critical response, the film has accrued a cult following within the goth subculture. That sounds right.
Yeah, I believe it. And it tells an absurdly simple story, and it is just all style, and it's actually kind of good. There's amazing old person makeup. They make David Bowie. There's a scene where David Bowie goes from himself to like a 90-year-old man while he's waiting in this doctor's office, and it's fantastic. We could not tell if it was actually still him or not, if they just switched to a different guy.
Would have been nice if Tony, when did he die? Was he still around for Prometheus? Because they could have used his help with that Guy Pearce makeup, because Jesus Christ, Guy Pearce looks fucking terrible.
Should have got the guy that they got for the. Yeah, I don't know.
Did we just lose the age makeup art? Because like if you watch The Exorcist, the Sydow character.
I think the guy who did The Hunger is I think he did The Exorcist.
Oh, no kidding. Dick Smith?
Him. I think it's Dick Smith. Yeah.
Let's see. Yes, it totally is.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. The age makeup in The Exorcist is so good that Max von Sydow looks exactly like he looks at that age. He's in like Star Wars Episode 7 very briefly, and it's like 1-to-1. It's like basically perfect age makeup. So that's sick. Well, cool.
Yeah.
I watched a horror movie to get into the mood. I watched the original 1984 Dawn of the Dead, which I'd never seen before, and I did not know that was a collaboration with God, who's the guy that did Deep Red and did Suspiria? Dario Argento.
Yeah.
That's produced by Dario Argento, and they did a recut version that is Dario Argento's European version of the movie, which is in open gate, so you get to see like the entire original images of it's captured, and it has like hilarious vignetting like in the corners, because Europeans apparently didn't care whether or not the image looked good. And it has an entire score done by Goblin, who did the score for Suspiria. So that's very cool. I wanted to see the original one before I saw the Argento version, so I watched the OG 1984 version. The fucking why can I not think of his name right now? Night of the Living Dead Man.
Romero.
Yes, George Romero. Awesome movie. It is such a great watch. It's very simple. If you've seen the 2004 Dawn of the Dead, it's basically the same story. You've got characters get trapped in a shopping mall, and they have to basically use their wits to live in the shopping mall to like kind of make their way through the zombie apocalypse. And if you like movies about characters, having to use the resources available to them to construct like a life, this movie really scratches that itch. Like I think like a movie that would be comparable is like The Martian, where like the movie The Martian's about like, okay, this guy's stuck here with limited resources, and what can he do to make this a livable situation? That's kind of what Dawn of the Dead does. It's a shockingly very humorous movie, like deliberately humorous. The characters are charming, and I adored it. I can't wait to watch the Argento cut of the film.
Sick.
Yeah, and then I watched another.
Oh, you did?
What you got? No, go ahead. What you got?
I was gonna say we tried to watch a movie called Vampire in Brooklyn, because I wanted Steven to see the reveal of Eddie Murphy playing this just embarrassingly playing this vampire. That's Wes Craven, and it's like it's fucking Eddie Murphy shows up and he is doing an accent like this, and it's like fucking so bad. But his name is all over the opening credits, so I couldn't. I was like, now he knows Eddie Murphy's in it, so it wasn't as funny, and the movie sucked, so we bailed out of that one.
Is it a comedy film?
It's like kind of, but it's not funny enough to be a comedy or not like in the
Yeah.
10 minutes we watched. It's just like sucks.
That's like Wes Craven's like off his game, kind of like
I
just
don't think
not.
that was prime Wes Craven.
Bummer. Well, yeah, I watched another movie called 71, which is a movie I've been meaning to watch for 10 years, which is about a guy who gets. I'm not going to go into too great of detail. It's basically a soldier is sent into Northern Ireland during the Troubles, and there's a riot that occurs, and he gets stuck in Northern Ireland afterwards, and is like has to escape Irish people. Basically, he's being hunted down by Irish. It's basically
truly the most horrifying monster of them all.
The Irishman.
Yeah.
Yes. He's like trying to avoid getting blown up by car bombers, and there's like a bunch of Irish thugs trying to beat his skull in with like bricks and stuff. And it's a pretty good watch. It's got like it almost feels like a Cold War era movie. It feels like a CIA film almost, where you have a lot of conspiracies going on and different factions with their own goals. And I enjoyed it. It was pretty good, but not funny. That's for sure. Not a funny movie.
Oh, they're not called the funnies. They're called the troubles.
They could have been the funnies if they were using like stink bombs instead of real car bombs, and like if they had whoopee cushions.
The old prank wars of the 70s. Oh.
See, the Irish would have been so good at that. They would have been amazing at prank wars, where it's like they colored the opposing faction's beer supply to make it green. You know, like that would be a good prank.
So
You're
wacky.
like, oh, you turned my beer green. You know, that kind of shit.
Oh no,
it would be wacky.
Happy D, we were just talking about the Pokemon leaks. I was describing how a bunch of Pokemon have fucked humans and vice versa. I'm glad we finally have confirmation. I'm not weird, it turns out.
Yeah, no,
I'm normal.
Vaporeon. It's so feminine, and it just has those eyes, you know.
Whoa, I was talking more like a low punny. You're like all the way there, huh? Okay, man.
No, I'm not
All
anywhere
right.
near any of this. I want there's all of these girls in these games, but people want to fuck the Pokemon. It's not like there's a shortage of fuckable Poke girls. It's just that everybody just immediately latches on to these quadrupeds for some reason. Like, what are you doing?
Hey, Gardevoir doesn't even walk it. I think she's floating. She's like she's above humans. So that's it's not even. That's not even weird. That's not even like an animal. That's like some kind of demigod.
It's smarter than we are for sure. I guess these Pokemon probably could consent to fuck.
Aiming up.
But I think the problem is that you're capturing them inside of a Pokeball and turning them into your slave ostensibly. They like it, of course.
It's
they're
ethical.
They're freaky like
really
that.
smart, like Pikachu. That's why it's okay to fuck Pikachu. Because Pikachu's the smarter than most people.
Yeah, there's definitely a college somewhere in this country where there is a thesis being written about the ethics of fucking Pokemon.
Yep, it's just one word, and it's yes.
Come on. The word is come on.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. It's
anime time.
It's fall, and we're talking about anime. Yeah, let's get at it.
Here, let me fucking take a piss real quick, and we can get started.
Okay.
Let me get this booze out of me and then put some more booze in me.
That's a great idea. Yeah, in Life Force, there's a lady. She's walking around naked most of the time, but then she can take over. She can take over other people's bodies, but then she's still in the original body. I don't know. It's a little confusing. A lot of the movies just them kind of figuring this stuff out. It's actually like it's almost a little like procedural. You know, it's like they're like, wait, it's, you know, like because the vampire sucks you and you turn into like this crazy dried out, you know, skeleton thing. But then 2 hours later you wake up. It turns out you're not actually dead, and then you have to suck someone else to get all your life back. But then if you don't do that, you explode into dust. So that's but then at the end, everyone turns into crazy zombies walking around, and and they have to. The guy falls in love with the alien lady, and she takes him up into their starship, and they fly away. He's back.
I'm back, baby. Let's get to the meat of this.
Yes, the first show we watched is called Nageki no Bourei wa Intai Shitai. Let this grieving soul retire. Very catchy. Yeah, that's good. This is
that's something you get as a gag gift for your office secretary when she turns 63. You get that on a mug for her. You know, and then
release me.
Yeah, like right after her husband dies, you get her a mug that says "Let this grieving soul retire." Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you about this. This might because like sometimes I do things that when I'm not hanging out with you or Steven, I have no idea if the things I think are funny to anyone else. So it was my sister's birthday, and I fucking hate buying cards because they all just suck, and so I try to I don't know, I'm always just like there has to be some way to not get a card that's like a cat and it says your possum, or whatever. So
you could just are you seeing her in person that day?
Yes.
Are you okay? Yeah, that's rough. I have the out of just being able to just send text messages because nobody expects a card from me because I live across the country. So I have no advice for you here. But go on.
No, I was going to dinner and then so I'm walking up and down like the card aisle and I'm just like fuck this, and I look down and I'm starting to think like, okay, I need to get
that's on the box. You gotta get a little creative.
I need to
here.
find like a thank you for your service. Like, are there any military ones? I was like that, but then I looked down and I saw a big gold card that said 100 years old.
That's a winner. Yep.
And it was just like they had the section for like the really big numbers, like 80, 90.
They probably don't stock a lot of.
They literally had
cards.
one left. There were no 90s, and there was one 100-year-old card.
Dude, you just fucked somebody over because someone's grandma's about to turn 100.
Who the fuck took
and
the
you're
100?
Like, this would be funny. Meanwhile, this guy's scrambling because Gam who was fucking. Who was whoring around at Woodstock in the 60s is turning 100 years old.
Yeah, she was whoring around as a 50-year-old at Woodstock. But yeah, so then I get this card. I'm like, this is funny enough, for her to open at dinner.
Holy shit! I just did the math wrong. It didn't occur to me that somebody would actually
Woodstock
be 100. No, it didn't even occur to me that somebody would be 100. So I immediately jumped to 80, which is like my reference point for like old people at this point.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, damn. 100 is so old.
That's so old, man. But then I also to put in the card, I was gonna buy just like an Amazon gift card because that's what you get people. And I go, I'm at the grocery store. I go to like the card section. They don't have Amazon cards. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just pick one up on my way to the dinner, tomorrow, which is when it was. So then I leave early before I have to go to dinner, and I stop by Target and I go to their giant gift card section. 0 Amazon cards. Like, not even.
So you get a Home Depot card then.
Not even let their ad. Yeah. I get like a Tubi.
You get her Criterion Channel membership.
So I'm like, what the? They're not even out of stock. Like, they just don't carry them. So then I go next door to the Best Buy. The Best Buy doesn't have any. I asked the guy. He's like, no, we don't have. I don't think we have those anymore. I'm like, and I finally have just give up. And people are always giving these to me. I'm like, I text my mom, like, where do you get Amazon gift cards? And she's like, just go to Wegmans. And I'm like, they don't have it. So I'm like, fine, I'll try the other Wegmans next to the place we're eating dinner at. And I get to that place, and there's a totaled car that just happened blocking the entrance to the grocery store. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I just took everything in my wallet, just stuffed it into the cart, and just was like,
funny.
I don't care. So it was like $60. Like, all right, there you go, just like some crumpled old money for you. And then she didn't open the cards at dinner, so she just took that home. So
Still
she
spends,
just,
baby.
So she just opened the 100-year card and was just like, what the fuck is wrong with it?
Yeah, that would have killed. That would have killed. Who were you at dinner with?
Just our parents and my stepdad.
Gotcha. Yeah, that would have crushed.
I had a good bit planned where I was gonna be like, no, I think it's like, hoping to get to 100 years. It's not like you're there right now.
Just playing coy.
Because it said here's to 100 years, so it's like, here's to hopefully at some point.
You should start inviting me to these. You should start letting me know when you have.
They're gonna think we're dating. It's just.
That's a good thing. That's a
That
good
is funny.
thing now.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, that's quite the plight, I have to say.
Anyways, what the fuck was this show?
This one, yeah.
There's always a lot of this first episode is like these flashbacks, really focusing on this one very spunky childhood friend carrying a stick that makes it seem like he died. I don't know if he actually died.
No,
but it's always just like, I really looked up to this guy. This is a light novel, 0G. It's about ostensibly it's about treasure hunters. They don't do anything, as far as I can tell, related to treasure or hunting it. Like, the opening is like a bunch of them fighting shit and jumping around. I'm like, what does this have to do with treasure? I feel like a treasure hunting show should be more. There should be some like intrigue and mystery solving.
They're just fucking fighting their way through dungeons, man.
Yeah.
This is a confused way of telling a very straightforward first episode.
I couldn't tell what was going on, really.
Like, they really fucking just buried the lead the hardest you could possibly bury it, which is that, like, the way that the episode opens, it's this kid and all of his childhood friends want to be the greatest treasure hunters in the world. And they're like, this is our goal. We're going to, we all fit into these different archetypes. We fit in these roles. We're going to be the perfect team. And they're in modern day, the main character is going to this recruitment thing at a pub. And there's all of these different extremely like successful groups that are, ostensibly recruiting. And he's making pretend as though he's not an elite treasure man when he's like the leader of the most prominent and successful group, but he's the show is not like winking at us throughout any of this. He is just talking to this poor sap girl who's also in line about like, oh yeah, no, I this group never recruits anybody, and I'm here for the recruitment thing. And then they reveal that he's part of the most elite group of. The way he talks about his childhood friends, you would think that he got kicked out of the group or something didn't go right. But no, he's the leader of the group. And they just like lead us on for no reason. It's so strange.
Yeah, and also all the names are crazy. There's Ruda, there's Ruda Runebeck, there's Cry Andry. There's Gilbert Bush.
I like Greg Zangief is my favorite.
Wait, I missed that one. Was there really
Greg Zangief.
Zangief?
Yeah, he was.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he was one of the people that didn't have a group.
Wow.
And some smart.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Not much going on here. Really confusing presentation of a straightforward idea.
It's like there's people fighting, and I'm like, why are they fighting?
I don't care about this one at all.
No. My last note for this show is I must kill myself.
So
what's with these scary masks that they wear?
That would have been a good card to get for your sister. Is just you write that on yourself, just on the front.
Yeah.
And then there's 60 crumpled up bills inside. That's like their scary party masks that they never wear in the episode or anything.
Wait,
I guess they wear that while they're adventuring or some dumbass shit.
Wait, I think I'm sorting these wrong. Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. Next.
Uzumaki's next.
5 years.
5 years. Lol. This is you know what this is, but it's Junji Ito. Remember when I thought Junji Ito was dead? That was funny.
Completely reasonable.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely
Because
not.
the way people
not at all.
always talked, maybe he just didn't have anything actively being released at the time, and people talked about him like he was making stuff a long time ago because they referred to
Early in the
everything he did as
90s.
classics. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, I just thought he was dead or really, really old, and I was like, oh, he's like 50 and he's like still doing stuff. Okay, didn't know that. This is the animation studio for the first episode is Fugaku, which who? And then for episodes 2 onwards, it's Akatsuki and Phoenix Animation Holdings.
Oh boy.
Very, yeah, Holdings.
Oh boy.
That just screams passion.
Yeah,
I
we
think, when you hear
couldn't lose the
Holdings.
license. You know, we needed somebody to put out something so that we didn't lose the licensing for this property.
Jujutsu's
So-
doing art for MTG. How would I know that?
Oh yes, he did. He did. Yeah, he put out a Secret Lair drop where he's got a bunch of like famous cards in his art. And they're sweet. But so this is so just before we even get into the content of this, they announced this 5 years ago,
Yeah,
and it is just a straight up an adaptation of Uzumaki.
and it's
Which
a
is-
4-part, just 4 episodes.
4 episodes adapting a piece of media that already has a visual style, like memorable images from it, and a complete narrative.
Yes,
You know, so it's not like they have to like invent anything here. Just straight up, just translate, which is what the first episode does. The first episode literally just takes the first quarter of Uzumaki and presents it on screen in an animated fashion, almost verbatim. There is essentially no editorialization going on here, from what I can tell, from my recollection of the story of Uzumaki.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How did
Yeah,
this happen?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot. It's like because this was like produced by Adult Swim or something. You know, and it's like there's a lot of American companies like involved in this. It's airing on Adult Swim concurrently, I think. I've seen a lot of like animators or whoever on Twitter talking about how they got screwed over by the higher ups, which I was thinking like, it's probably true to some extent, but like, what were you doing for 5 years? It's like, what was going on?
I don't care what amount of institutional incompetence there was. You should be able to finish the goddamn thing. You should be able to make fucking like less than 2 hours of anime in 5 years. It's
Yeah,
it's
I don't. I mean, they probably weren't
madness.
working on it just that the whole
Right.
time, but like, why then?
You didn't have to color it.
I
Like
mean,
it
it is
doesn't.
there are probably other challenges to making something entirely black and white. It's like Gunbuster. Like, I don't think that 5th episode was harder or was easier to make. Or wait, was it the 6th? Whichever one was black and white.
Yeah, it's 6-6-1 final episode. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but like, it's ready made for you. Just do it. just do the thing. So I've seen very little from the second episode, which is my understanding. If you might be more aware of this than I am, is that it's a nightmare and that it's a complete drop off a cliff in terms of quality.
Yeah, I haven't. I've only seen clips. I didn't watch the second episode. But yes, from what I've seen, it seems not nearly as good. For what it's worth, this first episode does look fucking amazing.
Yes, it does.
And it is
This
one of the most distinctive, stylistic things I've seen in quite a while.
This is first episode directed by Akunohana guy.
Oh fuck! I was
Hiroshi
of course.
Nagahama. Yeah,
Okay, so I was gonna say, yeah, it looks a lot like Akunohana, except in like an anime art style instead of a kind of deliberately grotesque. Like, you could tell it's
Right.
like, I don't know if it's necessarily rotoscoped. Maybe they're like doing it over CG or something, but it's very like, there's so many goddamn frames. Like, they really actually didn't need to do that many. There's actually, you're watching it and you're like, every single frame of someone walking is animated, and you're like, goddamn, you guys actually really didn't need to do that. That seems like a huge waste of time. But it sure does look pretty good. Probably diminishing
it's very,
returns.
very, very unnerving. Like, it's just to see something animated that fluidly is kind of off-putting. It's kind of like Akunohana, where like just looking at that show makes you wigged out. Like, something bad's gonna happen the entire time.
Yeah, and I do love the idea of a 4-part horror miniseries just all in October. That's so fun. I love that. You
Like,
know,
no brainer, right?
that's great.
You know,
You just
uh,
I was imagining just like popping this on, and it's it's very Twilight Zone because it's like it's very high concept. It's just like
yeah,
this one thing. They even probably could have like squeezed it into like a 1 hour special. I don't know.
yeah, and I watched this just on my own volition. Like not even like before we even had like the list up and before we were like
Yeah.
working our way through. I had just watched it because I'm like, oh, Uzumaki's out. I want to check that out because god damn it, I've been waiting 5 years. And it's a well done first episode. It is a good presentation of that story. It looks great. It is genuinely unnerving to watch a lot of these images happen in motion. Um, Things that like are presented as ill images, you kind of see how things end up in that state, which is creepy as fuck. It's do we need to talk about Uzumaki, or do you think everybody knows what Uzumaki is?
I mean, I didn't know anything about Uzumaki. Yeah, it's this is another reason I was thinking like they did like this would kind of work as like all one huge thing because it's like it starts out like really fast, like the first scene you think we're gonna kind of slowly set things up and build things like most horror stuff, like things will gradually get creepy, but like the first scene this guy's like, my dad's fucking obsessed with spirals and he's already completely nuts already.
Yeah, that's how Junji Ito stories go.
Just like, yo, shit's already going down, man. It's not like eerie, like there's no like looking out the window and there's a guy there and you're like, ooh, who's that guy? It's like, no, here's a crazy guy.
That's like classic short horror fiction as well. Like that's how like like short horror is written, and it's so comfortable. It's comfortable. Obviously, the like images are grotesque, but it's really pleasant to experience because you get the whole premise immediately, and then you get to see it unfold. It's anyway. This is the opposite of burying the lead. They give you it right off the gate.
Yeah, yeah, and then this main girl just kind of. It's hard to gauge like the timeline because like this main girl keeps acting like relatively normal even though things are already so crazy like immediately at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like it's just like this insane shit happening and then she's just still like going to school and like talking to her friends and stuff and it's like no, this is like nothing that's happening is normal. Why are you even walking around? Everyone's dad is so old for some reason too. I wrote down, I love Slug Guy. There's this really slow fat guy. I like him.
This girl is what a great design.
I know.
The one who unfortunately has a spiral going through her head. That's just terrific character work right there. Look at that shit.
I know. That guy too. There's also this like really comedic scene where like this like the main girl runs in and like the guy is like he's climbed a tree for safety, but it's like a really small like sapling tree and he's just like a little bit in the air like that's gonna help him and he's like I climbed this tree. I don't know. Yeah, like it's good. It's really good. Yeah. For some reason, I don't know if this is just me, but like I keep wanting there to be rules. I know it's just the first episode, but like I want there to be like I want there to be like some system where like you can like defend yourself against the spirals by like doing whatever the opposite of a spiral is. You can like cover yourself in the opposite of that. Or like
I think
be some kind of, but yeah, it's just gonna be. I know it's just gonna be like a bunch of fucked up shit happening, and it's all gonna be spiral themed. Yeah,
we're in cosmic horror zone, baby. It's like this is entirely outside of your control, and you better hang on and hope that you've got like the one character trait that keeps you from getting killed by this thing. It's like you basically have to get lucky to get through this. So it's a sick first episode. I probably will watch the second one. Is the third one out yet?
I think it just came out. Yeah.
Okay, I wonder if there's any sort of recovery there or if it is just that drop in quality. Man, come on. Like fucking 5 years.
Uzumaki episode 4 is airing in 6 days 36 minutes. So the episode 3 just aired like like half an hour ago, or just like right now.
Damn.
So I
That
wonder,
is,
let's see what people are
that's,
saying. What's on Twitter? What are people? What's happening? Uzumaki. Let's see. Anything recent? Uzumaki paso de lo bizarro oro terror a lo grotesco. Ni siquiera le tome capturas. All right, there you go.
People are saying that the third episode is rushed, but better than episode 2.
All right. There you go. All right. Neat.
Yeah, Maki reminds me a lot of, like, and I'm sure that this is not an accident. It reminds me a lot of Aku no Hana.
Yes.
In terms of, like, it's this town that sits in a valley, and they have talk about wanting to leave the town, and there's some, things that everybody's been acting strange, and it's a good setting for a horror media. I like it. It's just a cool atmosphere, and I'd like to see. I feel like this could be its own genre, basically. Anyway, next.
Next up is Rekishi ni Nokoru Akujo ni Naruzo. I'll become a villainess who goes down in history.
All right, man.
Like
All right,
novel
dude.
Maho film. Another horror show here. The scariest thing of all. A woman who refuses to be obedient. The most terrifying thing to me. I can't stand it.
Terrifying thing to me is having to watch the same first episode of anime over and over and over and over and over again.
It is.
God
it is
damn it! It's just
Sisyphean.
another one of these. We just did it again. They did it again.
I think this one is like supposed to have like some kind of gimmick, but it's either like way too like vague and simple to even like for you to even notice it, or they didn't get to it yet.
Well, I think the gimmick is that she wants to be bad, whereas all of the other girls are reborn as the villain, but they don't want to be bad. They want to be good, and she wants to be bad, but she can't even do that right.
It doesn't even seem like she's bad though. Like people like her. I don't know, something like they were hinting at like she's gonna be like good at geopolitical strategizing or something. I have no idea where the fuck this is going.
Yeah, her by the way, her strategy is if the poor people get too poor, they'll rise up. And it's like that's the level of political strategy we've got.
Oh man, Kojima wrote this. Ghostwriting.
That's it. That's the plot of Megalopolis too. He's in good company.
Yeah. I love Kojima's tweets now, or just he has this weird way of phrasing it. He's just like, "I'm building the game," and he'll just take a picture of take a picture of like a random object in his office, and he'll be like, "Building the game today. My back hurts." Like just that's the whole tweet. It hurts to build the game. Yeah, this is another being reincarnated as a villainess. Except in this one, she does push-ups. She's a child, and she has a dude harem, and she does push-ups and sit-ups. And there's all these dudes hanging out.
Really nothing. Absolutely nothing here.
No, really nothing.
It's not even like so shitty that it's worth like that. It's not even worth watching just because it's bad. It's just competently made this exact story to a T. Boring, I say.
Yeah, there's not even like she doesn't even catfight with other girls. Like,
no,
I don't think there's even romantic interest yet because they're like kids. So I mean, she's just
she's
like, I'm gonna start
like
exercising.
9.
She's like 7, I think she says. Yeah.
Yeah, she's exercising before it even matters. You know, like it's like how much mass you gonna build.
She is. Yeah, she is. She is 7, and the main love interest is a fully grown man. So that's funny.
Yeah, somebody asks him like, why are you paying so much attention to this 7-year-old girl? Which is a conversation you never want to hear that. That's the last that you ever want.
How would you answer that without? How do you get yourself out of that? What is your answer?
I'm a blade instructor, and she's a good student. She's a good disciple, and I want to train her to be extra good.
Okay. All right.
In real life, I'm running.
Is he your blade instructor? I don't even know if he is.
Yes.
Oh
yes,
yeah. Okay.
Yes, yeah. In real life, I'm running as fast as I can. I'm abandoning my life. I'm abandoning my cat. I am abandoning my family,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to go work on an oil rig under an assumed name.
Yeah, you're going to pick grapes somewhere.
That's bullshit too. If someone comes up to you and asks like, why are you taking so much interest in the 7-year-old kid? That fucking sucks, because
Even if you've never spoken to a 7-year-old kid, if someone asks me that, I'm fucking if I need to get away or I need to kill myself.
What are you gonna do?
What
are you gonna do?
Nothing.
What are you gonna do?
You can't defend yourself against that one.
You're like I can't prove that. I can't disprove this claim.
You could walk up to someone in a Starbucks and be like, "Hey, you here to meet a 9-year-old girl?" Just like completely lying. Like, you just fucking fuck someone up so hard.
It's completely there's no response. The only response is suicide. It's like Avada Kedavra and fucking Harry Potter. It's certain death. That's the only, because you go to they'll find a way to get you in prison, and then you get to prison, and then everybody's gonna murder you because you're the guy who talked to a 7-year-old girl. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
You're cooked.
Yep. That's just how it is.
No thanks on this one.
No, this wasn't good. This wasn't good, buddy. All right, next up.
Ready for another harem?
I don't know what you're talking about. This next one's about God. This next one's about finding God.
We're all
in
part
a harsh
of God's
world.
harem.
That's, I guess you can think about it like, no.
Well, if the church is Jesus's wife, then yes, we're all part of God's harem.
I don't think it's his wife.
I've been to enough fucking Catholic masses to know that the church is Jesus's wife.
I thought Jesus was a nun's husband.
Everybody is. In Christian theology, the church is often referred to as the bride of Christ.
Oh, okay. Is that just like an expression, though?
The church is called the bride of Christ.
Okay.
Hold on. This get a little horny. I'm not gonna lie. As individual believers, and as the church, we have an intimate relationship with Christ. This is a relationship that is closer to an earthly husband and wife relationship. Ooh, he's touching me all over.
Fine. No, it's fine.
Ooh, I can feel him all around me.
That's your projecting.
So like what? So like if I were to have like sexual thoughts about Jesus and be put into like a latex prison, and then I'm just like hard as fucking suit. I'm in a vacuum suit in a latex prison, and I'm thinking of Jesus. It's okay because I'm his wife.
No, you're not supposed to do that. It's the rarely cited 11th commandment is you will not do that.
No latex
specifically,
prisons.
None of that. There'll be none of that, it says.
None of that nonsense.
None of that vacuum suit nonsense. None of that German
So
crap,
like what if I were to get a bad dragon dildo and shove it in my ass? Is that
no.
And it's because it's Jesus, that's part of that nonsense?
That's part of the nonsense. I mean that's you're violating several commandments at that point.
If I dress up like a
that's definitely greed. That's a deadly sin. That's absolutely greed. Somehow also it's sloth at the same time. No.
I dress up like a pretty lady for him.
That's not envy, but that's I don't know. That's bragging. That's just showing off.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, look how pretty I would be if I was a lady. Ugh.
Yeah. That's proud of me.
Anyway, harem time.
This is Amagami-san Chi no Enmusubi, tying the knot with an Amagami sister. I don't know. I still don't know what Amagami means. I was like,
taking.
Is this an Amagami SS spinoff? No, it's not.
Taking the knot with an Amagami sister.
Don't take the knot. Yeah, it's a manga studios drive. Yeah, this, initially I was like, okay, cool. Because there's boobs. It's you're living in a place and there's 3 girls. It's not too many girls.
It's classic
just 3 girls.
harem.
Yes.
This is. I feel like we haven't seen one of these in a minute, but this is like straight up.
Every few seasons there's like a very just sort of one of these.
Yeah, this is like the guy has to live with a bunch of girls. They're all options, baby. They're all on the table, and that's a fun throwback. I feel like it's kind of a lost art.
Yeah. Yeah, there's an angry one, there's a nice motherly one, and there's a sort of bratty teasing one. keeping it simple. You know, it's fine.
There are
Yeah.
different sizes. There are different sizes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which flavor would you like?
Are you asking me, or because you know? But
No, this is a rhetorical. This is a rhetorical. Which flavor would you like?
oh yeah. You know, and normally the protagonists here are like really annoying because they're like huge pussies. This guy isn't a huge pussy, but he is still really annoying. So it's like,
yeah,
you know, it could
he's
be
like a know-it-all.
could be better, could be worse. Yeah. Also, it's like he's like you're really like getting like super mad about religion. It's like Buddhism. It's like barely religion. Like chill out, man. You're like acting like you're fucking living on a Jehovah's Witness compound.
Yeah, he thinks he's in a Margaret Atwood book or whatever the fuck. Whatever. Was Margaret Atwood? Is that it?
I don't know.
Who's the bitch that did the whatever?
Yeah, sure. Let's say that. And then I mean, there is like, you know, it comes time to be ecchi time, and it's just like we do 2 falling gags in a row where he falls onto them.
Yep.
Or they fall onto him.
Do they hit the trifecta? They hit the trifecta, right? I think they get all 3 of them in back-to-back scenes.
Yeah, well, yes, obviously, but only 2 of them are slip and falls. One of them is he's covering one with a blanket. The one who's obviously
misunderstanding.
One of them is more of a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
But the second time he falls, he slips on a piece of clothing that's on a carpeted floor or tatami or whatever, and it's like, man, you couldn't even think of a realistic way to slip. That's just not even possible.
No,
I mean, tatami's a little bit slicker than like carpet, but like that's not gonna happen.
It's the divine intervention. That's God above.
That is true. Yeah.
Willing that. That's part of his mysterious ways.
Yeah, there was only one set of footprints leading into the pussy.
But there's 2 coming out. It's very strange.
I don't know how that happens. Yeah, this is a kind of it's mediocre ecchi. It's mediocre drama. You know.
I found it pleasant. I was taking it. I was taking
what
it.
We were watching.
I was digging it. I just liked how like, because this is really just what the last show was, but for guys. So like, you know, so like, I didn't think that the last show like was terrible. It's just that's a formula I've seen a lot, and I don't get off on that formula. In this case, this formula works for me, and it feels like it's been longer since I've seen this. You know, like I feel like we don't get an honest to goodness harem show the way that we used to.
Yeah,
like
I remember one. It was probably a couple of years ago, but yeah,
there was one that was a bunch of sisters. You know,
there was that one. There was one where he was in a dorm and they were all like. Were they all like supposed to be smart or something? I don't know. There was like a science lady who had like science experiments. And
yeah,
there was a bunch of
there's
others.
something quaint. There's something quaint about this.
Sure,
like
yeah.
it's very classic ecchi harem show. It looks pretty good. The girls are cute.
Yes.
And the girls have to enter. They have a job at the shrine, being shrine maidens, and they have to interact with the foreigner at one point. We get some good English.
Yep.
Yeah. This is fine with me. I'm okay with this.
The ED was kind of good. Yep.
Next
is Kekkon Surute Hontou desu ka? 365 days to the wedding. More marriage themed show. Oh yeah, by the way, in that last show, I guess they kind of buried the lead at the end there, but I guess he's expected to or supposed to marry one of them at the end.
Oh no.
Yeah, whoops. What? This one's a manga by Tamaki Wakaki, who's did The World God Only Knows, and 16-Bit Sensation, and the studio's Ashi Productions. This first lady we see here I was like, oh, that's kind of Asumi. I don't know what kind of Asumi's been up to. She's not working as much. I think she has a kid. But this is about an office. This is an office comedy-ish, whatever.
Yep.
It's a travel agency. Haven't seen that one before. I guess those still exist.
This is a very hardcore travel agency too. This is the most.
You got to be hardcore when you have 8 customers left and they're all in their 80s.
God damn. Yeah. Okay.
Who's using a fucking travel agency?
Yeah. So
the
main character works at this travel agency, and then there's this other girl around his age that he thinks hates him because she acts as though she does to him.
Well, she's got a cold, bitchy stare. That's
yeah.
but she's actually Nice.
Yeah, she's sending she's sending every wrong signal. He has done nothing wrong. It is completely reasonable for him to assume that she hates him.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he lives alone with a cat. One thing I did like, it was very small, but like he feeds his cat, and then they have this very realistic post meal cat zoomies where the cat's like jumping all over his apartment. I thought that was funny. Oh, by the way, the bitchy, secretly not bitchy, the main girl, her thing is that she loves maps,
that's a great little
which
quirk.
is scarier than even if she was just actually a bitch. It's like, huh?
Oh,
She just comes home and just like looks at maps and like just tosses herself onto them.
Yeah, yeah. She's my spectrum queen. That's an honest to God autistic spectrum thing. That's not none of that fake shit. None of that fake girl autism.
No,
That's real autism right
there. She's not going on TikTok and being like, I'm autistic and that means I do this, and then she like waves her arm around a little weird.
Squeak.
Like, yeah.
She's I am the penguin of doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this girl's
just like, have you seen this fucking map? I've spent $1,600 on maps this month.
She's flapping her hands over maps. It's great. Look at that face. Look at my queen.
Yeah, she's not faking the map love.
Well,
well, yeah, don't say map love, but yeah, you know what I mean. And so yeah, their agency is making a new Anchorage branch, which you'd think would be for people to travel to Anchorage, but no, they need a new office in Anchorage, Alaska, and someone
that's insane.
Someone has to go to Anchorage. This is something that really happens.
this is complete nonsense. It's great. I love it. They have no qualms with being like, here's total bullshit premise.
Yeah,
they just never. No situation like this has ever even come close to occurring.
Also, like no one would ever. They're using Anchorage as like a place that nobody would ever want to go. Like the way like in America we would use probably like Siberia, or I don't know, Antarctica.
Check it out. If you're a Japanese person, you probably don't want to go live in Anchorage. That seems like
but most of them don't. But it's really like you'd think like maybe, 5% would be like, I'll check it out.
Why can't he bring his cat? Why can't it's inside? Leave the cat inside the house.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is like.
Then you got to heat your house all day. You know how much that would cost in Anchorage?
So yeah, they basically the boss has to pick one of the employees to send there, and she's going to pick an unmarried person. So like all of the unmarried people are like, oh shit, I don't want it to be me, but I can't quit for some reason. I can't just quit and go to a different travel agency.
Yeah, that would be so much more work than going to Anchorage. Like, there's no way I can quit.
Yeah. Oh god, look at that dump truck.
Yeah. So yes, they're gonna pretend to be getting married. That's what happens.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like this. Unabashedly,
it's
complete,
a fake marriage
full-throated
show. You get it.
Full-throated endorsement of this one. I just think it's cute.
Their boss like immediately telling everyone, and then they have a big party, and they have to fake it more. And you think maybe there's gonna be like a subplot of the boss being like suspicious of them, but no, it turns out she's actually totally oblivious and just psyched for him.
Yeah, this is great because like it's you know where this is going. You know the only place it can go, which is but it's hot. It's a hot idea, or it's like, oh no, we have to do a fake marriage. Oh no, we're falling in love in our fake marriage.
Oh, they're gonna smell if I haven't inseminated you. They're gonna know. I need to get you microchimeratized as soon as possible. I need to get some of my genes in there in your bloodstream.
We need to fuck at work to prove that we've consummated this and it's my
if we were really dating at work, we would definitely be get going crazy in the break room, in the warehouse in the back.
I can't confirm. The only times I have ever dated people I worked with, I did in fact have sexual experiences with them in the workplace. It's real.
You didn't actually, did you?
Of course I did.
What?
Not like anything serious, but sometimes just get your fingers in there.
God damn.
You know?
Okay, no, you didn't. Yeah.
Anyway, I know I dug this. I'm higher on this than you are. I think it's fun. I think the
I was like,
girl's
yeah, it's
cute.
not even
I like
bad.
I like her stuff. No, I just once you buy the completely nonsensical premise, it's fun. Okay. Next.
Next, Kinokoinu,
Oh boy.
Mushroom Pup. Really, they kind of fancied that title up. I mean, it's Mushroom Dog. This is the title of the show is Mushroom Dog.
Yes.
I don't even know why I put this on here. Honestly, I omitted a few shows from this season that would have been just miserable.
I can tell.
Like,
Yes.
usually there's like straight up kids shows. There's like just kind of like gay, like like not softcore porno, but like emotional porno. I don't even know what it's like we can't be doing this. But, just to show that I was still pretty pretty inclusive with what I kept on here. I just kept this on the list for some reason. Because goddamn, this is a manga C station.
But I would have rather watched one of the gay shows.
I know you would have. Yeah.
This is go on.
This is somehow like the most boring and also like the most depressing. It's just like so dull, and also it's just like, god damn, it's just a guy being sad about his dog being dead, but also like a little too sad. It's like, come on, man. The dog was 17, they say. It's like, you had a good fucking run. Like, it's cool, bro. Like, chill.
The dog doesn't mind.
The dog is like, thank God.
Don't like if you want to wind down after a day of work and feel like complete shit on the other side and not pay attention to the thing you're watching to, this is the show for you. I challenge anybody to watch every frame of this.
Oh no!
Like, I tried. I swear to God, I tried to not look at my phone, and I've gotten really good at it. I've gotten really good at not looking at my phone while watching anime and like paying attention. Not a chance. Impossible.
No,
Completely
it is
impossible
just a guy moping for like
Misery.
15 minutes. Or actually, I guess no. Mushroom Dog shows up like a third of the way through, but still,
even then, he still
does
moping.
a lot of moping. Yeah.
Mushroom Dog, not even cute. Not even a cute thing.
Dumb. The opening's weird. It's weird music.
Yeah, this fucking sucks.
The visual style is so boring. Yeah, it's just god
man.
damn, what a fucking snoozer.
What a pussy.
What a sad snoozer.
Well, like, yeah, because it's not even one of those things where you're like, oh, at least it's just it's an isekai, so I'm tuned out, but at least it's not like actively trying to make me feel bad. Whereas this sad sack piece of shit,
and it's not even good at being sad. It's not like heart-wrenchingly like brutal. It's just like, okay,
oh no, my dog died at 17.
He gets a giant gravestone for his dog. He gets like a huge one.
He's having like dream sequences of the cremation of his dog. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, come on, man.
Get real. Why are you watching me? Why are you making me watch someone cremate their dog?
Yeah, that's not like. I
don't deserve this. Like I'm looking at the promo.
Showing me this. Yeah.
I see a mushroom dog flying through a galaxy. I didn't sign up to see somebody cremating their best friend.
How the fuck are you going to? Are you going to spread like a guy getting over the death of his dog for 12 fucking episodes? You're going to make an entire show about grief about this? Like, this is
fuck.
Like, this is it's gonna just like, it's gonna cross the point into like, you're just gonna be like, I mean, I'm already just mad at this guy for being so sad. It's like you just can't be this sad. I'm sorry, you just can't be.
Yeah, no, I straight up like I know a person who had their dad die recently. Older guy, in like his 80s.
Yeah.
But like this is it. But like he was pretty much over it after like a few weeks. Like like this is a dog, dude.
Yeah.
where it's like, yeah, he's going to like luncheons with his dad's friends at his dad's favorite restaurant and taking selfies and smiling and stuff. He's going through like, healthy grieving process, not turning into a complete. This also, why is this guy just wearing a white T-shirt and jeans? How is that enough to make a character in an anime? Please, give him a jacket or a vest or something.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah. Over the human equivalent of a 106-year-old dog.
Oh god damn. All right. Well, more cancer. Here we go.
Yep. All right.
Let's
Next.
do it.
Fishing show. Woo.
Yes.
Fishing show. Starting off heavy on this fishing show.
Yes, the back to back of the dude being sad about dog into I'm like, oh hell yeah, fishing show. And then it starts up and it's like you have terminal brain cancer.
Well, it starts off with him trying to hang himself and failing miserably.
Right.
It's always funny someone like failing and hanging themselves, is pretty good. Yeah, this is that show. We laughed really hard when we read the description for this when we were looking through the fall shows, where it's like, yeah, he's in debt and he's also dying, and we're like, wait, but they do address, he does realize
instantly.
that it's part of the...
Instantly he recognizes it doesn't matter.
Well, it actually takes him a while. He doesn't realize it instantly. He's gone through like a whole
episode.
day. Yeah.
First episode.
NegaPosi Angler, Negative Positive Angler. Anime original by Nut.
Never gets old.
Yeah, it's always good, baby. Yes.
I always love that Nut.
Yes, this is a very strange, a very strange looking group of people that he falls in with. One of them is just in a different art style. She kind of bugs me. I hate that she's just from a different show.
The Gyaru girl.
Yeah, the like Powerpuff Girl. Fucking, I don't even know what she is. Yes, but this guy, he's got a bad life. He's got a rough life. He owes debts to like the pussy yakuza, like the girl yakuza. Like they're not the real yakuza. I don't know.
But it seems like he just he borrowed money from some people who want their money back. It doesn't even feel like they're like kind of a little unsavory, but they're not like full on gang. They're just going to cost him for the goddamn
like
money.
Loan
back.
sharks, yeah.
Yeah. I'm with him.
And I don't know if he was a degenerate gambler before the probably he already was before the borrowing the money. He probably borrowed it to gamble with. What really bugged me is that there's this bit where he like wins a huge jackpot, and then he runs out of the place, and then they don't address it again. I'm like, wait, did he win or not? Like, why? Well,
also if they won, why wouldn't they just stay around and claim what he won?
I know. I was like, why didn't they stay and just take
there we go. Hey, there's our money back.
Yeah, it's weird. But then, yeah, he's running away from the loan sharks, and he falls off a bridge, and then gets washed out to a breakwater where he encounters this group of fisher people, one of whom is a hot girl. Not that one. That's a dude. But and then he just fishes for a while.
That's a winning character design.
Yeah.
That's I love that big droplet hair she's got. That's
her
great
eyes
stuff.
are good.
Look at her. Oh, that's a new one.
Super nice.
I can't even put my finger on what exactly she is, but I'm totally digging it. There's another hot girl there too.
Yeah, there is. There's one, but yeah, I like her.
Yeah,
she's got
good stuff.
Good simple fashion style. I don't know.
She's functional, practical.
Yes.
What is this? What is this droplet hair that she has? Is it supposed to be
I don't even know. She's got a big old ball.
It's crazy. That's so much hair. That would hurt your neck.
That's how you know she's quirky.
Yeah, she's extremely quirky.
She's got the eyebrows.
Because she likes to fish. They ask at one point, like, why do you enjoy fishing? And nobody has a good answer.
That's real. Yep. I picked up on all this. Whoever wrote this knows. They're just like, I don't know. I just have to.
Yeah, it's in your DNA. It's your nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is a good first episode. My favorite part is that they all work at the same corner store. They all work together. So these people just spend all their time hanging out and fishing or working together, which I think is a super fun premise. Basically, like I always love that sort of idea of like people who have the same subculture down to the level that they just opt to work at the same place. And I can't imagine that they're making like a great living at a corner store, but they don't care because they're able to fish. So,
Yeah, they probably all live together too.
don't want the cancer subplot necessarily. Maybe we just have him be like a depressed guy that owes money. But
I mean, his life is supposed to be like comically shitty. Like his house also gets demolished at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So it's just like everything about his life fucking sucks. And then, yeah, so it's good. It's got good, it's not just like slice of life, it's about like just sort of having anything to do to make you not a depressed, sad sack of shit.
This was making me think about like not getting into like a real hobby, but getting to a bullshit hobby, like ghost hunting. Like
Ghost
just like going out
great.
ghost hunting, or
the thing about like, because like there's there's like ghost hunting chapters in every city, but like the ones down in Austin, I bet are like really annoying and obnoxious. Like if you're like up where I am, and the ghost hunting club must be the freakiest bunch of fucking weirdos, because it's like it's not a hip town at all. So it's like, who's the goddamn ghost hunting club?
Yeah, people who really believe it. People who are real, you got to be a true believer up there.
Yeah, it's like, it's people who have been been possessed.
Yeah, no, down near me, it's like a subculture, I'm sure. But yeah, that would be good. Or another one would be Bigfoot hunting. Bigfoot hunting would be a good one to get.
I wonder
into,
how
'cause
often
that's
they
outdoors.
have expeditions. How often are they actually looking for Bigfoot?
They're only out there to have gay sex away from their wives.
Yes.
That's one that you get into just because it's like, oh yeah, Rudy and I are gonna go Bigfoot hunting, and then you go fucking a tent.
Yeah, then you're in the tent, and you're like,
oh, did you hear that sound?
I think I just found him, and you're grabbing his penis.
Oh, this is way larger than any human.
I'll have to take a sample, and then just
Here, let's record some audio.
Ew.
Yeah,
no, if you want to make friends with like the lamest people ever, you got to go start playing pickleball. I think
Yeah, or just listen to this podcast. It's pretty easy to become our friends.
Yeah, because start an anime podcast.
No, pickleball's got like hot young women in it now.
Oh, it
which
does?
kind of, yeah, it does. At least down here. So, yeah. But yeah, just like shitty, fake, like total nonsense subcultures would be fun to get into.
Probably a lot of them. Like, I mean, even tango dancing is really just like a swingers club.
Right.
Most of these things are just like whatever. They're not actually into the thing.
Beyblade? Get into Beyblading, underground Beyblade tournaments. That would kill.
Oh, it would be so awesome to be the token white in like a really Asian hobby. Like you're just the soul. You're the top. You're a foot. You're towering above all of the Kevin Nguyen's in your club. Could
you imagine how fast I could make that Beyblade go? Because
your arms. Oh my god.
I just deadlifted 405 the other day. I would own that fucking club. I gotta see if is there a Beyblade club near me? Hold on. Let's see.
Definitely,
Beyblade.
dude. Absolutely.
Someone has to have like really. I wonder how expensive it is to get into Beyblade.
You could just join a college club.
Texas Beyblade League. Let's go.
Yes, dude. Fuck yeah.
Oh, hell yes, dude. Sleep, eat, blade, repeat. Yeah. Oh, that would be awesome. Every time I go to this is not anywhere to go through the world. This is extremely shitty, shallow, pathetic worldview to have. But every time I go to a game store, I walk in there and I'm like, holy shit, I am leagues more well-adjusted than every other person here. It's not even in the same stratosphere. Like, and again, not right to be comparing yourself to other people in that way, but I simply cannot help it. I simply cannot. I'm like, I think I could run more miles than all of these people put together. You know what I mean? It's Anyway, I don't know. Maybe
Oh, there is a Beybladers of Rochester, New York.
Let's go. That's where we're fuck going to the bar. That's where we're going.
Last post was 14 hours ago.
Yo.
It's been a week, but had a blast last Sunday at the tournament. Second place all ages tourney and top 4 at the main event. Not bad.
Let's go.
I'm ready to let it rip. Haven't had HD Areas competition since the last one. I'm ready.
Yo, we gotta go.
Yes, dude. It seems like it's just these like 2 guys. No, there's a few. Yeah, there's 30 people on this Facebook group though. That's awesome.
Oh, we got some videos here. Have you seen this?
No. It stopped me because I'm not logged into Facebook.
Are you able to view this?
Am I? Probably not. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see it. There you go. Bet my mom threw my Beyblades out the fucking bitch. Oh god, it has a second one that comes out after the first one's done. It's like a tie.
I'll wait for it to come up on the stream here so I can see this.
Oh, I haven't put it on the stream. Do you want it?
Yeah. What are you doing holding out?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, the full
I gotta see.
button.
I gotta see what the competition is. This is intense, dude.
Oh yeah.
This is intense. It doesn't have a second babe. Oh no, its pieces fell apart. It broke.
Is it supposed to do that though?
I think it's maybe there's like a release in it somewhere. What are the rules? Can I come back with like my old school plastic Beyblades to compete here?
Oh, I bet you need some high end fucking shit. I don't know.
This is sick. I think David just bought a bunch of Beyblade stuff up in Wisconsin. He was at like a thrift shop with his grandmother, and they had, like he saw like a whole collection of Beyblades for like $15.
Yeah, I get it.
He's also he's got tech decks going right now. He's like just hanging out with his grandmother doing puzzles and
Oh my
tech
god.
decking.
Yeah. Well, I hope he's enjoying that. I was thinking about
He is.
I was thinking about him the other day. I was like, it's like I understand why, but it is weird that like when you're a guy like you don't help each other out. You know, like you just don't do it. You don't help each other. You know, as I was like, I really like it's I never even tried to like you know, get David like a programming job or anything. Like I could like tutor him and get him to be a web developer somewhere. But it's like you're just not expected to like help each other because you probably can't really. I don't know.
I figured he just got a bunch of job interviews up in Wisconsin. He's doing fine. He's lost like 25 pounds since we last saw him. He's doing great.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was just sitting at a fucking desk all day up like when he was working in the military. So like he put on a fuck ton of weight because he wasn't doing anything all day. He wasn't allowed to do anything.
Oh,
so.
I just thought, you know, because I didn't go with you guys up to camp. So from the brief time we were encountering him, I just thought that he was on a path to total self-destruction.
No, he's fine.
Oh, okay, that's good.
No, don't worry. He's doing okay. I would have intervened. I'm like I'm gonna monitor this and see how this goes. And then from what I've seen so far, is that everything's going good. So
just chilling with grandma.
Yeah, he's chilling with grandma. His fucking grandma and his mom both fell in the span of a week, so he's got a lot to do
Jesus
now.
Christ.
Yeah, his mom fucking fell and broke her hand or something, and then his grandma fell and fucked up her back. So like, yeah, he's busy with that shit. But yeah, don't fret too much.
Neat. I liked this show.
I did too. Cool. The coming off of the other show, the cancer thing was bothersome though. But what are you gonna do?
He probably doesn't have cancer. Although I hope he dies at the end. I feel like that will make it more meaningful. Anyways,
yeah, I'm not mature enough to envision an ending to this where he doesn't die that's satisfying. I'm too dumb. So
yeah.
Yeah, I hope he dies too.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then it would be super sad.
Well, or would it be? I think breaking your opponent's bay sad. Gets you more points. Oh.
Top 10 saddest anime.
I'll break your bay.
Buck break your bay.
Yep. Yeah, I'm playing the real Beyblade, and that's cucking all of my opponents. Whoa. Oh, no, all my screenshots.
You lose at Beyblade. Hey, dude, don't worry. I fucked your bitch. Yeah, you might have beat me in fucking Beyblade, but if I fucked your wife, man,
Yeah,
get thrown out of the Beyblade tournament.
Yeah,
in somebody's
you
basement.
hold your spinner out, but like you've taped a picture of a Polaroid of his girlfriend's boobs to it, and you're holding it out right before you let it rip.
It's like that NFL cornerback who, like, before downs would repeat his opponent's girlfriend's number to them, and like it just like listed like, yo, your girl's number, do. You know, it's like, I got her number, man. She's been hitting me up, and like throwing him off. He's doing that in
I wonder if that
tournaments.
really worked on guys, because it's really easy to get someone's phone number, even if you don't know them. You can hire a private investigator. They have so much money. They could get you can get anyone's address or anything.
Any advantage, yeah.
Did you oh shit. I just had a funny
NFL, Beyblade,
no,
private investigator, phone numbers. David,
no,
Tech Deck,
no,
grandmother.
No, but other direction. We were talking about it was Beyblade. It was cucking.
Talking about this NegaPosi Angler.
Talking about fucking a guy's girlfriend in Beyblade.
Private investigator.
Hire a private investigator. No, I totally lost it. No, it's a bummer.
Galaxy Gas.
Yeah, it was breathing in a bunch of galaxy gas and just wigging out for a while.
Motherfucking Galaxy Gas. Anyway, Dandadan.
I thought it was Dandadan for a while, but yeah, it's actually Dandadan, which is a bit more rhythmic. I like it. And this is another one of the maybe 2 shows people care about this season. It's a manga. It's Science Suru. That's Masaaki Yuasa's studio.
And it feels every bit of it.
It does feel very much like that. Yeah. It's got some style to it. It's got that crazy opening. It's got woman beating. It's absolute.
She started it.
She did start it. She's being a little uppity. But this is total joyous frenetic nonsense, and obviously I love it so much, and it's the best.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there stimming in my chair, rocking back and forth while watching it.
This is like stream of consciousness like writing. It's like it's so it's like childhood. It's like a child's make pretend story in like the best way possible. It's just like, and there's a guy and he likes UFOs. There's a girl, she likes ghosts, and then they both meet the aliens and the ghosts, and they fight each other, and then you have a fight, and then the guy gets the ghost put in him, and then the aliens they take the lady, and then they both fight each other, and then they're running around.
This is what must feel like when, a person who's a Sonic fan watches the newest Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Like, like the way that I can't process why they're liking it. I'm pretty sure if my parents watched this, they'd be like, Ethan, I simply cannot understand why you like this at all. But it's exactly what I want. It just tickles all of the right parts of my brain. It's got some sort of like a fun character dynamic. It's got like high school level folklore and like mysticism. It's got over the top insane action. It's got completely inexplicable things that make sense within the world somehow, in terms of like people going through cell phones, and who cares? It does everything you want. Just checks all the boxes. It rocks.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I don't even know what else to say about it. I didn't have any notes about it.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. More, please.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'd say. That's a home run.
Yeah. Good Garu character. Got horny old lady ghosts.
Your translation have the translation of penis as weenie? Was she saying chin
I
chin
don't.
or something?
Yeah, no, she didn't say chin chin. I don't know what the hell she used, but yeah, it must have been some weird, silly word for penis. Because yeah, it was weenie.
Like
I believe.
grandmotherly way of saying penis.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that was lost on me. But
Yeah, it's
the lady almost gets.
It's extremely irreverent. While not going like totally off the rails.
It's not juvenile. It's
Almost a little bit, but like I don't know, just the right amount.
Yeah, but not like it's not like crass in how it's juvenile. You know, it's like it's just it's playful,
Yes.
and it is unconcerned with seeming mature or like being meaningful. You know, it's not like beating you over
At
the
least
head
not
with
yet.
themes or anything.
Yeah.
You know, no. Yeah, I don't know. Just watch it. You probably already have watched it. It rocks. So.
Yeah, it's good as hell. this frame is so good.
The one of the alien with the penis?
On my way to fuck you, bitch. Yeah.
Dude, they keep saying that they're like, we're now going to have sex with you.
Yes, we will now make you aroused and have sex.
Which is that's good, Riz. Write that down. We can use that when we go to the bar.
Yeah.
We can use that when we go to the bars after winning the Beyblade tournament. Sweet. Part one.
That was good as hell. Yes. Thank you for joining us.
It's all downhill from here, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
We do have a show coming up called Trillion Game, which is really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, with some of the worst character designs like ever.
We got a show called. It's got a show with party in the title, which is
that's what I was gonna say when you mentioned football. Is I saw that there was the first interception by a white corner in 20 years.
Yeah, baby, we're back.
The white man's back, baby. That's what I wanted to say.
Can't hold us down for that long.
That guy must feel awesome.
Yeah, I think he's the only one in the entire NFL right now.
Definitely. Yeah, there can't be.
Which is crazy. I don't because there's tons of white receivers. So like I don't know how that position in particular just doesn't. I guess if you're a good corners are typically receivers who couldn't hack it. Like they end up like washing out
as fuck or something.
Yeah, you have to be fast backwards for sure. But like usually corners are they play receiver in high school, get to college, and then they're like, I can't make it as a receiver. I don't have the hands or whatever. So then they convert to corner. That's not always the case, but I don't know. But yeah, we got white corners making interceptions. We got white receivers named Lad McConkey. Like we're here, baby.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that was a guy. That's good.
Lad McConkey.
3 episodes in a Trillion Game. I'm starting to get really endeared by the art style. Oh, all right.
All right, yeah. Hey, we don't rule anything out. We watch them all. So.
Not with a name like Trillion Game. I would never rule it out.
No. Lad McConkey.
Is it with 2 Ds?
It is in fact with 2 Ds. Yes.
Okay.
I sent an image of him, and then here's an image of him.
That does look like him. Reason. Yeah. That looks like. I'm not even going to show it because that is exactly what I imagined Lad McConkey looking like.
All right. Part one.
Part 1 is complete.
We just have to finish the season before I come up. So.
Or we could finish it. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to watch anything when you come up here. Yeah, we gotta finish.
We're gonna be too busy rizzing up old women.
Finishing what we got 3 weeks basically. Yeah, we can do that.
All right. Thank you.
And I just assumed that we would think of music to go out on as the episode.
There's one there. Where you got music, man?
Oh yeah, I forgot we do.
My worship music. Did you not want to intensely praise?
I forgot it was time to praise. Good Lord. That's my bad.
Good Lord indeed.
Yes, thank you. We'll see you next time. After Please get down to these humble beats.